Ugandan authorities have heightened restrictions on the importation of used vehicles in 2018. Uganda imposed the ban of the importation of cars older than 15 years, which, according to the authorities, have yielded a positive outcome. Now, in a bid to limit the usage of second-hand vehicles, the buyers are charged to pay environment tax, which makes them more expensive.
Francis Kinakule is a used car trader in Uganda. He says he is aware of the dangers that used cars pose to the environment, but claims exports to Uganda are not properly checked before arrival.
Unfortunately, sometimes cars come to Uganda with some of those things in a sorry state. So we would wish that those people doing inspection might do us a good job and do quality inspection, so that by the time I purchase something, I am sure of what I am purchasing.
The UN Environment Programme faults countries for having weak policies in regulating the importation of used cars past their prime. In Uganda, vehicles are inspected at the points of entry to ensure that cars older than 15 years are not allowed into the country, but this does not apply to trucks. Customs officials say trucks are graded according to tonnage, meaning even older trucks are allowed in. In 2018, Uganda enforced a law banning the importation of vehicles older than 15 years. In 2019, the country registered a 12% decline in the importation of second-hand vehicles, and authorities say the measure is producing good results.
We had Ugandans who would change vehicles like garments. Every year, someone is driving a completely different vehicle. But of late, someone drives a vehicle for a period of 3 to 5 years, others 5 to 10 years, before they could think of changing to a new vehicle.
The regulations also require buyers of used vehicles to pay an environment tax, which is 50% of the cost of the car. This has made buying older cars expensive, but car dealers deny this measure will control pollution.
I don't believe that the older the model, the bad the car. There are cars of 2005 model, but with 10,000 mileage. And there's a car of 2016, 100,000 mileage. So which of the two is the older car? I don't think we can rate a car depending on the model, how manufactured, how bad it is. I think the grading would give us a clear picture if it was done well.
But authorities insist Uganda is importing high-quality cars since the environment and safety inspection standards were tightened. Uganda's neighbor Kenya does not allow the importation of cars older than 8 years. But several car dealers like Francis warn buying old cars has led to job losses and will make it harder for people on low incomes to afford a car.